For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Outlaws Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of a review on a brand new product from Zempire. So this here is the Zempire Evo TL model. So Zempire, if it's a brand you've not heard of it, they're a New Zealand company, been running around for a few years now. And one thing they're probably renowned for is not necessarily being light on spec. So it's basically from a New Zealand chap owns it, and one thing he won't compromise is sort of second best. So everything you see on most Zempire tents literally, to the nth degree, the features involved are quite unique and certainly very different to other manufacturers currently romping around the UK. So generally what you find are things like the warranty, for example. The warranty on a Zempire tent for this particular Evo range is a 3-year warranty off the bat, which certainly in terms of quality is definitely a good way to back up your statement. Also things like that, they're always trying to push and strive towards new things. So this model in the Evo range actually sits at the bottom of Zempire's collection. But then again, it's still 150, it's still got tons of features involved. It's just for their bottom range is most people's maybe middle to top end. So that's kind of how, the company they work. The Evo is a new design as well, like I said, in terms of certainly striking looks. I think for me, it's probably one of the best looking tents out there, certainly for 2020. And it just sort of flows nicely. And it just aligns, I just think it's got a real big attraction, but that's backed up with, like I said, numerous amounts of features built in. Very much like, because New Zealand's probably more slightly extreme in terms of weather climate to us, they have colder winters and sort of warmer summers. This is kind of built to combat that, which actually suits us in the UK for sure, because certainly the last couple of summers we've had have not been particularly cold. So one thing you find is every single panel pretty much on the tent has mesh. So you've got literally mesh beneath the windows, mesh beneath the windows, underneath again, side panels, back panels, literally you name it, there's mesh to find everywhere. This is the L size. There's obviously there's a smaller version, a large version. We've done own little videos for that as well as our own Outlaws pitching videos, which you can check out. So it took me pitching the L on my own best part of 9-10 minutes to pitch, which for something this size makes it perfect going for a weekend. What they've also done is changed the beam structure in there in comparison to normal models, so it's a loses a bit less fabric to make it lighter. So it means the pack size is smaller, the overall weight is lighter, which means it's easier to transport from A to B or put in top of your loft or your storage box for travelling down. So that's yet again another benefit of this particular Evo series. The L refers to it being kind of a 5 berth, or you could probably say it's a very comfy 4, but I'd honestly think it's a good size 5 with sort of a sleeping at the back, living area, and then sort of an open canopy area. We've actually got some additional door on the front, doors actually to be fair, so you've got a solid door and a mesh door. Now that's an optional extra, zips on as you will, and comes with 2 poles to sort of bring that out to create like a little sun canopy. And you can actually have the point where the mesh is in place, the solid door creates a sun canopy with the poles, so you've got ventilation with also coverage as well. So that works really well. And actually, for the price of what it is, it's a bit of a steal. You're getting the 2 doors and the poles around about the same price as other manufacturers are just offering a door. Not even that, sometimes a bit more than that actually. Solid webbing straps front and back really help to get the roof looking really nice and taut. And again, the luminous guy ropes to make sure you're not going to trip up anywhere. Webbing straps pretty much nearly on most pegging points, and with one, sort of the main ones at least anyway, having adjuster to really alter the sort of strain you have on the fabric. Like I said, mesh everywhere, so you've got your tinted windows as well, which is made out of a different kind of PVC material, so you get less wrinkles and look smarter, but also actually the tintedness really works. The mesh joys of it is you can alter it so you can actually have it sort of open and closed, allowing you to use the maximum of circulation, but also if it's sort of slightly colder, not being too cold inside the tent. That's the joys of polyester, that essentially it's quick drying, it's sort of fairly lightweight in comparison to cotton, and generally you find it's normally quite warm inside. You've got a nice simple Boston valve system with a manual pump supplied with it, and usually the Zempire actually in their material, like I said, it's 150D, but they use a slightly higher thread count than some other manufacturers. But That's sort of backed up, like I said, with a 3-year warranty. But let's have a little look around the tent and talk about a few more features as we see what's got to offer inside. So now we're inside the Evo, you can kind of get a bit more of a grasp for certainly the size of the actual tent as well as the layout. So you've got obviously the canopy area. I've taken the front door off for the time being just to kind of show you the nice sort of depth as well as the opening. And then you've got that zip running underside here. You can happily put sort of a cooker or storage unit in here. And yet again, like I said, you've got the beautiful tinted windows to get the privacy when you want to. But then also you've got your privacy curtains. And they actually zip up as well on this model. So nice and thorough. You can take it sort of halfway and, like I said, have that sort of climate control inside the tent itself. You've also got Zempire's unique sort of 360 door. So the front door here, you've got a full mesh and also a full blank door in it. So you have, again, the option of circulation or sort of, well, it all nice and neat and tidy in there. So it just zips up like that. Nice and smart. And then if you want to, you don't have to sort of roll it back and get it completely out of the way. All you got is a zip along the top, zip along the bottom, and then just a little pocket. You can just literally shove it in there, out of sight, kind of out of mind really. So it's just all neat and tidy. And then that sort of really helps to open the tent up and give you one sort of space. Like I say, this is the L model, so it's a bit more narrow in the width. Same kind of depth actually as the XL model. It's just you're losing sort of a couple of people, well, one person a bit in the actual sleeping compartment. But I can see it's been as a very comfy couples tent, alternatively a 3 or 4 comfortable, but you can actually sleep 5 in here quite nicely actually. So you've got like a 135 and a 2 meter this side with a zip divider between 2 sections. The darkened bedroom really helps to make it, you know, give you a bit more of a lie-in. Zip up curtains are on everywhere you see, and yet again nice and neat. Just go up like so, and if need be, you can just unzip them down, have the window panel showing, or take one down, one sort of up, tuck it in to allow a bit of airflow to come through. Alternatively, yet again, just roll it up, and there's a toggle point just to keep it kind of at bay. But then low level ventilation beneath it also kind of helps to keep a flow through the air. And it's quite breezy actually, and it's quite a warm day, and it feels a bit more comfortable in here. So this is kind of allowing you, like I said, on the outside to give you that polyester model, but the comfort of having a bit more bearable in here on a warm summer's day. Storage pockets built into the inner, really helpful, but that's also mirrored by on the inside as well. So you've actually got storage pockets on the inside tent to put books and things like that in there, so you can actually organise in the bedroom as well as outside. You've got cable entry points for both bedrooms, and also what's on there is a little clip on the reverse side, so you can hang a lantern up inside quite nicely that runs off the main. So it's small things like this that really do sort of show sort of their detail, if you will. 10,000mm high static head footprint, ground sheets built in as well. But then you've got cable entry points for mains hookup, located down the bottom down here, and also then behind the bedroom section. So it doesn't matter which way the cable's coming in, you can always accommodate it. Mesh doors either side, obviously with normal doors, and yet again, the ability to hang sort of lanterns from any point along the beam. So there's a little Velcro pre-stitched in, you can just hook that through like a little pulley, and then you've got several one located pretty much on every beam, going down both sides. It doesn't matter, like I said, where you want to hang a mains point from, even on the beam on the canopy door here. A sort of deeper depth than you would normally find, so it's about 225 depth, which allows you to sort of have that flexibility if you wanted something higher in the bedroom section. And again, a massive vent right at the back, full of mesh to really help on the warm day today, to give you that airflow coming all the way through the tent from all sides. And that one big vent at the back, you can actually have it completely closed or actually pulled out, so you've got a bit of circulation, or rolled completely up. You can even sort of bring it out on kind of little, buy some extra little canopy poles to give you a sort of rain-safe vent. And then you've got ventilation either side of the bedroom as well to help with circulation. So, like I said, vent-wise here, and sort of to keep it as cool as possible, is an ultimate. Generally, it's also things you find like the unique point of the carpet clips into the bedroom area, living area here as well, So again, you haven't got that issue of the carpet constantly reeving up or crinkling up or something like that, or as soon as the kids come flying in, it suddenly end up moving all the furniture, just try to get it nice and straight. So by clipping it into the four corners, it gives it torsion on elasticated webbing. It just means it looks a lot neater and feels a part of the tent rather than sort of an extra, if you get my drift. Admittedly, the first time you put it in is a little bit of a pain because the webbing points are underneath the beams, but it's one of those things that will save a lot of hassle in the long run. The zip pullers are all luminous as well, so you well, they're like yellow, so that means you can normally see them in the dark, and you can leave the bedroom in place as well, so you don't need to remove that every single time. But certainly my model will have our indoor display showroom, and if you have any more questions about obviously this or sort of Zempire as a company, do feel free to contact us. But that's kind of our video review on the TL version of Zempire's Evo range.